Integrating the community in urban design and planning of public spaces. A review in Malaysian cities. Cities are like organisms. They are alive, they burn, grow and sometimes die. They consist of intertwined complex structures. In this respect, city planning and urban planning are the most important foundations that keep city alive. But these professions are not easy. It is necessary to be able to properly examine and analyze human movements and tendencies. However, the community is not involved in any of these review and evaluation process. In fact, they have no say in the future of their own environment. A design is put forward without knowing what the community wants or expects. This causes the design to be useless to society, to material damage, and not to serve any function. Malaysia has a simple solution to this situation, involving the community in the design process. Furthermore, the community has the right to know and participate in design makings, particularly in issues which potentially affect the communities and the areas in which they live and work. Another plus of this is the increase in trust in the government with the increase in transparency. With the participation and cooperation of the public, more accurate and concrete steps can be taken for the country. This first condition for this to ensure correct participation. With the right participation, many controversial issues can be resolved by word of citizens and the burden of the state becomes lighter. When it was seen how beneficial this practice was, public participation in the decisions to be taken for the country was made mandatory by the Malaysian government. Included in these rules, it was also decided that the draft stage of the projects would be opened to the public. In other words, the people would be able to dominate the whole process. This participation could take place in neighborhood meetings, forums, the internet and many more. Although this system looks very good, it has some problems. Its main purpose is strange communication. It actually has a structure that limits communication. The limited part for architects and planners is design. The public's full say in design narrowed the architect's vision incredibly and left it subject to the wish of the public. However, of course, design cannot be left entirely to architects and planners. Finding a middle ground is important. Considering these problems, the dynamics between the government and the public should be planned very carefully. This method was tested by some social organizations. These organizations contributed to the many important buildings and landscapes in this way. These organizations favored small rather than large communities and guided them and allowed them to express their opinions on projects. Of course, they were not entirely successful. These ideas, which were still in their infancy, had not been fully passed on to the citizens. Some of them could not understand the projects. Others thought that the plans for the future could not be explained correctly. As a result, when public participation can be adjusted correctly, it is much more beneficial for the future of the city and the reliability of the government.